Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Gabriela. I make videos about fragrance, self-care, mental health, dating, life as an actor in LA. I do vlogs and basically whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that sounds like your jam, please stick around and subscribe. I just realized I have some clothes on the couch, but you know, it's laundry day. It is what it is. Today, we've got a pretty sizable fragrance haul from FRAGRANCEBUY. This video is kindly sponsored by FRAGRANCEBUY. Thank you so much. Check them out down below in the description. Before I begin, I have 6 fragrances, but before I begin, I want to let you know about a huge sale they're doing, which is a big deal because their prices are already so low that they usually, it's basically like there's a sale already going on their website all the time. So this is pretty big, and they're wonderful because they're a Canadian company, but they also ship to the US. I live in the US, so let me give you the tea on this sale. The dates of the sale are June 30th from 8 p.m. to July 4th at midnight. So this is a Canada Day and Independence Day sale. For both Canada and the US for this sale, they are doing free shipping on orders over $54 Canadian and US with different codes. There's also free shipping and 10% off orders over $154 Canadian with the coupon code Canada154A. They've got samples, they're giving gifts, they're giving bonus points. That is from June 30th to July 4th on FRAGRANCEBUY. I will link everything down below for that sale. Every time I film something, somebody is doing something very intense construction-wise. So just bear with me. I live in a city. I was in a sweet mood, which is why I put on my little, this is a jumpsuit from Big Bud Press, by the way, if you like it. I was in a really sweet mood. So the first fragrance I want to talk about is Private Show by Britney Spears. I just read the transcript of her testimony in court, like this morning. It infuriates me, and I really hope that she gets justice. So we love Britney. Private Show by Britney Spears. This is my first Britney Spears fragrance. I think I've only worn Fantasy once, or like one of her other fragrances at the Abbey in West Hollywood. I think like by the bathroom they had perfumes that you could use, and I used one of them. That's also how I found out about one of my favorite Dolce & Gabbana perfumes. So go to a gay club and use the perfume. You never know what you're gonna find. So Private Show, here are the notes: coffee, whipped cream, nectarine and clementine, jasmine, sambac, orange blossom, my favorite, dulce de leche, amber and musk. So the description sounded heavenly. This is a very pleasant fragrance to smell. Does it smell expensive? No. This reminds me of Caress body wash, Olay body wash, any of those creamy women's body washes that are like Shea and Jasmine, or like Cocoa, Shea and Orange Blossom, whatever, those creamy body washes. That's what it smells like. Not in a soapy way, but the fragrance that they put in those. So this is not what I would put on if I were going out and I like wanted to be the best smelling, most sexy person in the room, but this is a very solid fragrance. It's gonna be very intriguing to most men. It smells warm and flirty and sexy. I feel like I've smelled other fragrances like this before, but it has great reviews, which is why I ordered it. It's a very safe blind buy. I don't regret buying it. I just wish it were maybe a little bit more unique. Like I wish the dulce de leche and the whipped cream maybe were a little bit stronger, or like more orange blossom. It's just kind of hard to pick out notes. It just smells like a nice smell. This is also a great one to wear in your hair. Reminds me of shampoo a little bit as well. But again, yeah, it just smells like a fragrance that I've smelled in drugstore beauty products, you know, shampoos, hair masks. It also smells like a hair mask, creamy body washes. So it's not groundbreaking, but I do like it. It's a really solid perfume and definitely is pleasurable to smell. I got another Britney Spears perfume. I was really in a throwback mood. This is Fantasy. It's a little one. This launched in 2005. How crazy. That is almost 20 years ago that this launched. Insane. So the notes of this one are kiwi, lychee, quince, white chocolate, cupcake, orchid, and jasmine, musk, woodsy notes, and orris roots. Wait, this is a love potion locked up in an attractive bottle adorned with Swarovski. These are not Swarovski crystals. What? Why does it say that? So yes, I wanted gourmand. So this has white chocolate. This is a little bit more masculine, a little bit more actually a lot more androgynous than Private Show. This is really like quite creamy, clean, sweet, and, you know, non-offensive. This is, I think those musky notes, it's definitely bolder. It's definitely nighttime. It smells a little bit cologne-y. It smells like you're a woman who had a really, you know, delicious perfume on, and then you've been making out with like an Abercrombie model who had Abercrombie all over him. So there is that note. In the air, it smells so good, but on me, am I obsessed? Like, I don't know. I've worn it a couple times. People love this fragrance. I think I definitely prefer it over Private Show simply because it's more me, because it is a little bit more androgynous. But see, now on the skin, I'm getting something on me that I don't like. I think it's like the kiwi and the lychee. I could have done without all of that fruit. I think that's what it is. Yeah, the kiwi. Yeah, it's giving me a little bit body spray, bathroom spray. That's personally on me. Again, like with the other perfume, I wish some of the other notes were boosted. I wish I smelled more cupcake, white chocolate. For me, I'm just getting those fruity top notes right now, which I know I just sprayed it on me, but it's a little bit much for me. I wish it were a little bit darker the way that it smells in the air. So neither of those for me are like, I gotta have these in my collection. I know a lot of people feel that way about certain Britney fragrances, but we'll see. I'm willing to still explore because neither of them are bad at all. They're just not me, you know? I'm trying them on. Those would be good fragrances to like douse yourself in if you're going to a club and it's like not that nice and you just need to use something. I know that sounds bad, but you'll still smell good, you know? But if you're just gonna go be sweaty and kind of like have a wild, debaucherous night, those are fine. But not mind-blowing. Then I got an old classic. I gave this one away. I had a bottle and I gave it away to a friend a couple years ago because I was like, I'm done. Those days are over for me. I used to wear this. This actually might have been my first perfume. I thought it was Daisy, but I think I had this before I had Daisy. Aqualina Pink Sugar. This is good, y'all. It's good. You will just smell like pink sugar, spun sugar, cotton candy. I'm curious to try the other pink sugar flankers, but not all of them have very good reviews. So, but Fragrance By did have them. So maybe next time I place an order, I'll get some of them. But yeah, I got a smaller bottle because I don't need the big ones. I have so much stuff in my collection. But just for nostalgia's sake, I was feeling so nostalgic, and I was also feeling like I wanted candy, cupcake, cotton candy, bubblegum type of fragrances. I was in a really girly mood. The moon must have been in Taurus or Libra or something. But pink sugar, I don't need to redo the notes. I feel like most people have smelled this, but yeah, finally got that back in my collection. So this next fragrance I got because of the notes. I really, really wanted cotton candy, and I was so surprised that this brand has a fragrance like this because they're quite athletic, they're a little more fresh, a little bit more traditional, not always with like the young fragrances, but I think of it as like, yeah, athletic, fresh, clean. Lacoste. This is Lacoste, Eau de Lacoste Pour Elle Sparkling Eau de Toilette. So looks like this, cute sheer pink bottle or see-through with a little Lacoste actual, like, it's fabric on here. And I recently found out that Lacoste was the first company to visibly display logos on their clothes. Fun fact. This reminds me of like, you know, high school, middle school. It just looks like that. Let me read you the notes. So this was launched in 2015, so not that long ago. We have spices, red apple, blackberry and mandarin orange, cotton candy, macarons, and lily of the valley, musk, vetiver, patchouli, and cashmere wood. So this collection, this is the L1212, which is a collection of feminine fragrances that matches the men's L1212 collection. It's inspired by Lacoste pleated tennis skirts and has 3 fragrances: elegant, sparkling, and natural. This is a cute, cheerful, and playful fragrance with a French signature. All right, so I'm curious to try those other fragrances in the line, but this one, the Lily of the Valley, gives it a little bit of a soapy vibe. If you had like a cotton candy flowers soap, it's definitely very, oh, this is really good. This is really good. It's clean. It's nothing like Aqualina Pink Sugar. This is appropriate for family time. This could be appropriate if you go to church or something, daytime. Yeah, I really wouldn't wear this out at night. This is really cheery, and It's really whimsical. The bottle is quite simple. I think it's very Lacoste, but I think another brand, you know, would have made a more whimsical bottle because this fragrance is really fun. It is quite dry to the nose. It's not really juicy and wet. I think if you put too much on, it's one that would kind of make you sneeze. This is really nice. You'll smell very clean. I'd like to wear this in my hair, maybe one spray here and here. Keep it really simple. It's very pretty. You know, it's very effortlessly feminine. It's girly because of those notes. It's young. I think high school to mid to late 20s, this would be appropriate for. I know other people could totally rock this, you know, age is but a number, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this. It's good. I just, yeah, now that it's mixing with my chemistry, it's less of that dry, powdery, dusty finish, but for a second it was a little bit powdery. But I enjoy this, and as it dries, it's not so girly. It's a little bit androgynous, and I really, really like that. But you will smell clean, and yeah, this is definitely a daytime fun fragrance. It's not so cotton candy that anyone would really be able to point that out on you. I was wearing this and my boyfriend said that I smelled like bubblegum. So that was his perception of it. So yeah, it's a very, very cute fragrance, and I'm really glad to have this in my collection because I do like it a lot, and I think it mixes very well with my body chemistry. Little goes a long way. Big fan of this. I was definitely feeling throwback nostalgic when I made this order because this next fragrance was launched in 1995. So it is no spring chicken anymore. I can't believe I just said that because I truly didn't even realize I was born in 94. So does that mean I'm no spring chicken either? Basically, this fragrance is my age, essentially. Younger than me, actually. So this is Aqua Di Gio by Giorgio Armani. This is the eau de toilette for her. So this fragrance, I just think the bottle is beautiful, but I am so seduced by anything a little bit retro, and I could tell that this is from the 90s. It's like that gold cap reminds me of Bill Blass Nude, and I just love the frosted glass, and it's this sort of minty color. I just love it. It's just beautiful. So I had to try it, even though I know the Aqua Di Gio fragrances are not really my thing, the modern ones. I just had to try it. So this fragrance was inspired by Giorgio Armani's holiday spent on the Isle of Pantelleria. Pantelleria, I think it is. The scent of lazy summer days and freedom. So our notes on the top, this is quite complex. We have musk vodka, peony, pineapple, lemon, banana leaf, peach, and violet. The middle notes, we have lily of the valley, lily, hyacinth, jasmine, freesia, cologne, I think that looks like some kind of molecular thing, ylang ylang, and rose. And base notes are musk, cedar, sandalwood, styrax, and amber. Right off the bat, I get white florals. I get the lily, big time lily. Okay, ylang ylang, jasmine. It smells like the true petals of a white flower, okay? Like, or you rubbed it on your fingers. It also is quite soapy because I think Lily and Lily of the Valley, when they're in fragrances, just like we were talking about with the Lacoste, it gives it a little bit of a soapy, clean fragrance. This is really, really, really clean. This isn't really androgynous to me because it's so floral heavy, so just FYI. But it's not girly. It's not that young. I don't think anyone in, it depends on your taste, but I think maybe college and even older would be interested in this. I think it doesn't quite smell dated, but I can tell it's not new, or I wouldn't really assume it's new. So you need a refined palette to enjoy this. I think for some reason, if you like Jo Malone fragrances, random, but I think you should try this. It's really, really soapy right now. I've been putting it on after I get out of the shower, before I put clothes on, and it just makes me feel clean and beautiful. There's really nothing seductive about it. It's a great, that's totally true, that description of like lazy summer days. It's just kind of like you're sipping like a vodka lemonade on a yacht or something. You know, beach bar, yacht, at a fancy pool at a hotel in the Mediterranean. That's what it reminds me of. I would definitely pack this if I went on vacation to Greece or Italy or south of Spain or south of France. This would be my daytime, you know, beach, brunch, whatever we get up to type of fragrance. I'm really glad I tried this because it's not my usual. Again, I'm not a huge fresh fragrance person, but I really enjoy this, and I think that it can come in handy on those days when you want to smell fresh and clean, especially at the beach, and you don't want to wear coconut, tanning oil scented things. Because, you know, I've mentioned this, but I'm kind of a little bit over that for summer. Again, I think I've mentioned this in another video, but if you're interested, I do want to make a summer fragrances video that's summer fragrances that aren't coconut and tropical fruit, because not all of us like that, and not all of us feel best wearing that just because it's summertime, you know? I think especially if you live inland, wearing coconut sometimes is like, whatever. Anyway, it's really well balanced. The one thing that I pick up is that lily and the lily of the valley. And the jasmine. I don't get too much pineapple, lemon, peach, I wouldn't be able to point that out. Lemon, definitely I understand now because it's a very fresh, clean, and bright fragrance, but would I say that it's extremely citrusy? No. The violet gives it a nice powderiness, which I also think adds to smelling a little bit more 90s. And then as it dries down on the skin, as I've worn it, it just becomes very warm and skin-like. So yeah, it's been really fun to play with this because, again, it's not my usual type. And I really enjoy this. So I'm glad that I tried this one, this old classic, because you know what? We're both oldies, but we're goodies. I'm kidding. I know I'm not that old. My last fragrance, I didn't really think was a throwback, but actually it was launched in 2006. So it's not super young. And this is one that I've wanted for a while. It's very unique. I don't expect, you know, other people to be obsessed with this on me, but it is just the fragrance junkie in me had to have this in my collection. This is Jasmin et Cigarette by État Libre d'Orange, and Jasmine and Cigarette is this fragrance. If you know me and you know my channel, I love this, like, cigarettes in fragrances. I like to smell like I've been out all night in Paris drinking and partying, and I just came home after wearing a good fragrance. Sue me, don't. So when I smell this in the bottle, it kind of smells like wood. When I spray it in the air, do I get cigarettes? Sure. I don't know if I'd be able to pin that down if I didn't know what it was called. I would think this is called something like white flowers and wood, yeah, white flowers and wood, I guess. It smells like genuine wood, like I'm sticking my nose in my violin, but like lighter. So the cigarette, the ashiness, the burnt smell is not really present in this. So I think if the idea of cigarettes in fragrances disgusts you, you could still try this. I wouldn't blind buy it, but if you're in a store, I think you could still enjoy it. This is actually pretty clean. Kind of daytime, fresh daytime. I think this would be really nice. Fall going into early winter, even like spring nights out. I want to bring this to Paris so bad. This is a little bit of what it says about the fragrance. It's the slight jasmine-y smell of a woman's skin when she exposes her freshness to the dark seduction of the night. A hazy atmosphere. The reminder of a fantasy. Just a trace of jasmine mingled to the so far neglected smell of a cigarette. So the notes in this are jasmine, tobacco, apricot, hay, musk, cumin, cedar, tonka bean, and amber. Cedar, that's what I'm smelling. Okay, yeah, it's pretty cedar heavy. Not that it's a dark fragrance. Like I said, I would be happy to wear this in the daytime. That's actually the only time so far that I've really worn it, is in the daytime. It's very unique. It's not one that I think I'm gonna get a lot of compliments from my boyfriend or even my friends. I think people might just be like, what are you wearing? Or they might not say anything. It's just one that's for me, because it's unique and it's cool. I am also really interested in the Maison Margiela, is it Untitled or something? He's got a fragrance that is like jasmine and smoky, and I've smelled that one too. I had samples of it and I loved that one. That was more green. This is, I definitely smell the hay. It's dry. This is a really, really, really dry fragrance. And I think, of course, they put apricot in it as the fruit because apricot to me is dry. It's not juicy. That's not how I smell it. The hay, like the feeling of smelling dry hay, I get that in here. The jasmine is not that crazy. It's not sweet. like almost candy-like jasmine, full-bodied, womanly, perfumey jasmine. No, nothing about this is really perfumey. You're just gonna smell in a very specific way, but you're not really gonna smell like a perfume, because perfumes just don't smell like this. Just this one. Yeah, this just smells like you've had a whole set of experiences today, and all of those experiences have created this olfactory amalgamation that is Just My Cigarette. It's unique, not a safe blind buy. Even I wear it and I'm like, is this really me? I don't know, but I just think it's unique. I just think it's really cool and unique. So if you're into like jazz club or anything that's like smoky and sexy like that, surprise, nothing like this. It's not your traditional smoky women's fragrance. No, it's not trying to be sexy. It's not trying to be alluring. It is very French. I just want to wear this in Paris. That's in my collection now. I had to have it. Let me know if you've tried it and what you think of it. But that is my haul. If you want to do a little haul of your own, I suggest you shop during Fragrance Buy sale. Again, I'm gonna leave everything in the description down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you've tried any of these and what you think of them, and like what you'd wear them for. And I will talk to you in my next video. Love you guys so much. Mwah! Bye guys.